Good morning, gang. Happy Saturday morning. So, I got a question for you to start the day. How many of you, over the course of your life, but especially say in the last couple of years, have heard the term trust me? And how many of you have had your bullshit meter go to 11? All right. I say this because of a lot of things I've got going on. You guys know the difficulties I had with the pond, anything. And it seems to be over and over and over again where I find that it used to be a person's word meant something. Not so much anymore, okay? Certainly in the political realm. Okay, God knows that, a politician to tell you one thing and never do it. I'm for term limits. I'm for fracking, whatever it is. And then they get in office and go, never mind. Right? Okay. My point on that is you gotta, at this point, trust your gut. Okay? I don't know about anybody else, but especially in the last couple of weeks, I've had a real sinking feeling in my gut that something is going to happen, all right? And bad. Now, I've got no proof of this whatsoever, okay? But, I'll give you this as an example. Communication is 10% verbal and 90% what you see. And a lot of it, you don't even consciously realize that the information that you're taking in. It's in your head, but you don't realize it. You're listening to what the person's saying, but you're not necessarily consciously watching what they're doing. And that goes for anybody. I mean, you all know the tactics of, if somebody looks up or, whatever, and they're lying or things like that. But what you see as you're driving down the road, you're focusing on that car in front of you, but, you're still seeing what's going on the side. You take all that in subconsciously, and maybe you don't notice that consciously again. Maybe you don't notice that all of a sudden there's 4 or 5 more homeless people walking up the side of the road than normal, okay, or something. But it sticks in your head. What you see about the people that are walking around Walmart, what's in their cart. You don't pay attention to it, but you did notice it. Something's about to give. And my personal guess is everything's being held together with, spitballs and Scotch tape until Christmas. That's my guess. And then come the first of the year, everything's just going to go completely foobar. Why do I say this? Let everybody, this is politicians, World Economic Forum, business owners, and everybody. Let them have a good Christmas, and then we'll dump the bad news on them after the holidays are over. In regards to politicians, perfect example. Hey, it's a Republican House of Representatives now. It's their problem. It's their fault, right? I mean, that's just typical. It's funny because I watch a lot of the same YouTube channels that you guys do. And I notice a lot of us have a tendency in any given, I'd say 48-hour period, some of us are sooner or later on the same topics, to be talking about the same things. And lately it's coming up that I'm noticing a lot more videos on food and fuel. And those are two things that I think we're in for again, this is me trusting my gut, that I think we're in for a kick in the balls come January 1st. We keep hearing all these stories about food prices going up, about food shortages, and I know every YouTuber, including me, talks about them. And I hear from you guys, my store's fine. There's plenty of, not everybody. I mean, some of you will tell me, hey, there was no eggs at the store. There was no ground beef. But I hear from enough people saying my store's fine, whatever it would be. Good, okay? That's something that gives us an iota of hope. But I gotta trust my gut in this. And usually my gut is pretty good about telling me what's going to happen for me, okay? And for you, I'm assuming the same. What I think is what I think, okay? Could I be wrong? Sure, okay? Could you? Sure. But if you look back over the course of your life, I'll bet you those times that you trusted your gut, you were right way more often than you were wrong. What do I see happening? I see there being food problems. I see crime going up drastically because of it. Everything's being held together right now. Layoffs are starting, but they haven't gone full force yet. Yeah, I know, 10,000 people at Amazon's a lot of people. Amazon employs a lot of people, okay? But imagine you're one of those 10,000 people. And now you don't have an income, way to pay food, way to pay for your electric, whatever, pay whatever bills you got. There's people out there who are going to get desperate. Look at how Target reported earnings the other day, all right? Their earnings sucked. And what did they say? I don't remember if it was 400 million or 600 million. It was one of the two. That they lost nearly around $500,000 or $500 million because of retail theft, shoplifters, okay? That's the desperation that's going to start. And that's twofold. If they're stealing food, that's less food that's available for you. That means the store's going to recoup the money somehow, so they're going to raise the price of food, okay? And then you don't know how dangerous that gets when somebody's trying to run away, speed away, and all of a sudden you and your granddaughter are walking through the parking lot and some guy's going 40 miles an hour in a Walmart parking lot and just clips your daughter and, the granddaughter, and poof, that's the end of that, okay? You need to trust your gut in everything right now. I mean, we talk all the time about situational awareness. We talk about stocking food, whatever it would be. But what I'm going to say at this point is, if you have an inkling that something's going to happen, the power's going to go out, there's going to be no food in your store, it's not going to rain, whatever, pick something. If you feel it in your gut, act on it, because you're probably right. And the way I look at it is this: if you're wrong, no harm, no foul. But if you're right, you're taken care of. And this is it. We thought 2020 was ugly, and 2021 came along. We thought 2021 was ugly, and 2022 came along. The hell's 2023 going to bring? It's getting uglier and uglier and uglier. And we need to just look inside, deep inside ourselves, and go, what do I personally really think is going to happen? And how can I fix it now? Because when it gets ugly, guys, it's going to get ugly fast. And there isn't going to be a time to, I'll take care of it this weekend. Because when the bottom drops out, it's not going to happen in one day. It's not going to be a straight drop, but it's going to be a drop like this. It's going to get bad, then it's going to get worse, then it's going to get disastrous, then it's going to get catastrophic. And that's going to happen in the course of a week, something thereabouts. Turn off the power. Lock the doors at the grocery store and watch the world go crazy real fast. Trust your gut. If you think something's going to happen now, like I do what you can to take care of it. Personally, for me, that means getting some more food. Have a good Saturday, guys. Pinball out.